Hey, this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. And thank you so much for checking out my website, paradoxastrology.com. I am a professional astrologer, and I can help you with anything. So let's get into this video. Let's talk about the new moon coming up on December 23rd, 2022, last moon. So let's get it in. It's going to be in Sagittarius. It's going to be at 7 degrees. When it's a new moon, we got the sun, we got the moon there. But what else do we have there this time? We have Venus, Mercury. Okay, so let me tell you what that means. It's also in the nakshatra Mula. What is Mula? That will tell you what kind of energy we can expect. So make sure you look in your charts where Sagittarius is. This is Vedic astrology, not tropical Western. Check it out, what house, and this is the energy that will be affecting you. Okay, so what I see, friendships, there's going to be a lot of social circles and old contracts and old alliances, Ketu in the 11th house from the moon, which will bring you expansion and knowledge of who you really are when no one is watching. Jupiter and Pisces in the 4th house, and renewing and restructuring old routines, jobs, health, enemies, to create a brand new you to present to the world, and new people or relationships that are better suited for you on this new path. So let's get into the details. Now, Mula translates to the root. It's the root of all things, getting to the root cause, getting to the real information, why, the knowledge of the ancestors, the knowledge of the root cause. It deals with everything that's hidden realms. That's why it's ruled by Ketu, what was unseen, bringing up the unseen, events and motives that were unseen as well. So this is bringing something new to light to us about all of these things. And it will help to collect the necessary tools that you need in order to fulfill these in a present life. So we're going to be given these necessary tools. We're going to be given this necessary knowledge to get to the root cause. It will help you put things together, past talents that you may have, to put them together to that you've developed in past lives to bring forth to this life. Now, look at, like I said, look at the house so you're going to know the theme of your past life. Themes that are being brought up right now. How the tree has penetrating roots into the ground. It gets into the roots of all things. So this is about investigation into the root cause of things. That's why Mula rules investigators. So we have to ask ourselves, what new information, which is Mercury in the 1st house with the moon, what new information about a person, business, or business relationship or finance will come out to benefit us? Think about that on an individual scale for yourself. But in ancient times, this had to do with actually roots associated with medical industry, with healing. These are the questions that will come up. What about the medical industry? What knowledge were we lacking that we need to know now? What conclusions can we gather to get to the root cause of some type of a problem with the medical industry? Because Mula is quick to cut out and destroy what it doesn't need. Now is the time where we cut out, destroy what we need to leave behind so we can move forth. Things that have lost their value, it's time to let them go. But it also is an impulsive nakshatra. So don't do anything out of emotion. Don't do that. Really contemplate it. Don't do anything out of ego, just wait and breathe. But there will be things that you need to cut out, and it will be for your benefit because we have Venus there. Especially if you have this in the 7th house, like don't do it out of emotion is what I'm saying. This is where an individual that is peak expression of individuality. So this will help you actually become more of an individual. But sometimes this nakshatra can breed ego, vanity, jealousy, arrogance, things like that. So we have to be careful that we're not cutting things out of these emotions. Maybe you'll find in relationships that you need to cut somebody out because you've been feeling that maybe they're bringing up these emotions, bringing these emotions to you. That's why we're reviewing some information that could have to do with, like I said, the root cause of things. And some of these things may be revealed as demonic, that they were very fueled by ego, and perhaps that they no longer serve us and they weren't for the highest intentions. But this is also a very magical nakshatra, which has actually helped people magically out of nowhere. So something new could pop up to really help a lot of people, depending on the house that's in. But it's non-violent, but it's actually very explosive in its results, good or bad. So this is going to be in the third pada, so which is ruled by a Buddha, which is Mercury. So it's going to be more about communication style, like relationships. It's going to be about like wordplay, yeah, communication, things like that among people. Right here is usually against material gains. That's why I have a hunch that it'll be about some kind of knowledge that's communicated to us. So the professions that this could affect, negative or positive, there is no negative. I say that all the time because I don't know how to explain it, but there is no negative. It's all part of our journey. It's all how you see it. It's all perspective as well. So the professions this is about, it's about medicine men, it's about healers, it's about doctors, it's about anybody who administers vaccines, okay? Anybody who administers shots or poisons, vaccines, this is going to come out. Some new light about that is going to come out. Preachers, police officers, hitmen, soldiers, maybe some war stuff, some researchers in fields, microbiology, genetics, astronomers, morticians, people who work with caskets, things like that around death, anyone who performs autopsies. I think a lot of people see where I'm getting at with this. Public speakers, professions that are involving mass leaders, rock musicians, debaters, vegetables, herbs, roots, carrots, potatoes, things like that. Getting to the roots of that could be like, I'm thinking the still agriculture and the farmer thing keeps popping up. Homicide squads involving politicians, black magic, nuclear physicists, anything, gold diggers, treasure hunters, horse trainers, anything like that. Astrologers, mind and coal, petroleum, gas, root cause of maybe what's going on with gas, anything that involves investigation, this is coming up. Places kind of like deserts, mountain areas, regions where herbs are found. This is Antarctica, the bottom of oceans, lakes, hidden caves, things like that. Courts of justice in the courts buildings, any death ritual places, like I said, like caskets and things like that. Agriculture, wastelands, ground, war grounds, things like that. So anything involving with digging. So this is sometimes an intense transformation that actually wakes us up from our sleep. So there could be some new information, according to what I mentioned, that kind of awakens some people to some things that they didn't really know. But we also have to be careful because it's ketu, it can cause paranoia, fear can come up, confusion can come up with all types of smoking intoxication. So some people could get some news, but they feel confused and they feel like they need to go smoke or drink to get away from it all. Certain things like that. Depends on your chart. I'm just giving you all the examples. But no matter what, all this is related to spiritual transformation, and it's all going to be to your benefit in the end, whether you see it now or not. Also, we got to look at where Ketu's ruler Mula, where's Ketu in Shawtee. So in Shawtee, it has to do with the goddess of music and learning. So that's why more information, more learning is going to be acquired. That has to do with the professions that I mentioned. All learning a material and spiritual realm. So that will help us with that. So not a bad one. Not a bad one. Depends on your chart. I'm excited to see how it works out for people. I want to thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.